Welcome everyone, I'm John and this is the crypto channel of John. Today I'm gonna talk about my KS0 that I have ordered about 8 days ago, and I'm gonna show you an update on what it's earning because I find it promising at this point. And leave me a comment if you think you would invest into something like this or just buy the coin, of course. It's about the same amount if you would earn. This is how the KS0 looks, and let's jump in how much I've made in the next, I think about 8 days now that we are running it. Now, here you can see the interface. It looks a bit like this. The hash rate goes up and down quite spectacularly. Just a few minutes ago I was mining like at 245 gigahash, and this thing only does like 100 gigahash, so this is quite nice how to see. It approximately does 100 gigahash, more or less around 95 to 100, something like that, in 24 hours. So it's quite okay. So you can see the miner has been running now for 7 days and 22 hours and 18 minutes. Now let's jump in how much we have made at this point. I've been mining at this point at hero miners at this hash rate. You can see the last 23 hours I was mining like a 9.93.7, so I have somewhere a bit less good. This day was a bit less than average, but normally it was a bit more. We have earned around 4,986 kaspas, and that's around 160 euros. If I put it in USDs, this is around 176 USDs with this point extra, so we would around 167, something like that, you would be at this point. So let's take a calculator and imagine how much we would have earned. Of course, if you can see 100 and make it 7, might be easier to count, divided by let's make 8 days, so it's about 8 days, about 2 more hours and we are there, so maybe another $2, maybe an extra or something like that. So that means that we have an average of $22 a day that I'm mining at this point in kaspas. At a price range of around $900, so if you would divide $900 at this point, that they cost $8.99, but make it 900. You also have to ship it, so shipment costs also, and you also have an import tax, of course. I don't know in your country how much it is, in mine this is 21%, so you have to add an extra 21% to it, plus shipping. So the shipping was around 100 euros to my country, or $100, so if you count it up, mine costed $9.99, plus 100 euros to ship, plus an extra 21% to import it. So this was the amount that I would have paid. And if you divide this by $22 a day, so I would be around 60 days to break even. So that's about 2 months. Do you find this thing profitable or not? That's of course countable. So if you divide it by 30 days, so that would be 2 months and a little bit. If you have 31 days, it would not be 2 months. So I think around 2 months you should have been break even. Maybe by the hash rate that goes up, I would say around 2.5 months. But still, after 2.5 months, you would be break even if the price of course stays the same and if it does not drop anymore. The hash rate also has to of course stay the same, and the hash rate has been increasing. Imagine if we keep going at this pace that we will not mining this amount, of course, but of course, yeah. That's normal. People want to invest in new cryptos, and of course, if you have a profitable miner that does an ROI beneath 2 months, that is huge, because not one miner that I know does an ROI in 2 months. No one. The most ROIs that I see take about a year and a half, maybe 2 years to ROI. So if you can ROI in less than 3 months, this is profitable, and I'm sure it will stay profitable. I done accounting thanks to Red Panda, I must say. Shout out to this guy. He really showed me perfectly how this is possible to, at this point, this is the difficulty rate that we have. So you can put this in here. So you can see this is difficulty rate, and a difficulty rate, that means how much you would have needed. This is 100,000 megahash. You can count this on. So we have about 100 gigahash, and here you can easily look up to this one. If you want to take out these sites, you can just copy and paste them so that you can count out yourself. Of course, we have to count in megahash, and at 100 gigahash is around 100,000 megahash. So we put in here 100 megahash, 100,000 megahash. So this is the KS0, and we have around 70 watts. At the price range, I take 2. That's huge amount. And the block rate at this point is 95 still until the next month. Then it will be 85. So if we calculate this, that means we earn around $23 a day. The estimated rewards are not 100% correctly. It depends on what pool, of course, you mine and where you are mining at, of course. Mine is a bit less at this point. It depends on how much it goes up and down. And I still had to do a 2 hours, so I think I would have a little bit more, but not that much more. Now, if we keep looking at this means we are now at a hash rate of this is quite low, 2.59 petahash. So I see that there are miners getting offline at this point, and I think these are the big KS3s, of course, that are getting offline, and they are almost ready to get shipped because next month they will get shipped out, and then we will have a block reward of 85. If we go to like an extra, let's take a very spectacular look at this point. Say that we have an extra, that we tenfold, that we go to 25 petahash. If we would go to 25 petahash, then we just have to take this amount and make it tenfold, of course. 3, 6, 7, 4, 8. If you want to tenfold this, just 10x. We will take it. So that means that this amount would be here. So it's just one more 0 after it, of course. Okay, the hash rate is going down even more at this point. So I take this copy, put an enter onto it, and I just put this one away and delete all of this. So that means around this point. So that means if we would have 25 petahash, your KS0 would be around $1.90 worth. If we did 50 petahash, so that means 2x from here again. So it would be around this number. If you had around 25, that means let's put it like this: 12,074,960. I don't see it happening that we get to 50 petahash straight away. So that still means that you would be profitable around 70 cents if you had to 50 petahash. But if you have to go to 50 petahash, if you can go into 1 KS, it takes about 8 tera. So that means you have around here 0.08. So if you have 100 pieces of them, x 100, so that's 800. So if they sell 100 pieces of them, so we have 800, you still have 0.8. So you have to sell 1,000 pieces of them to get to 8 petahash extra. To be able to get to 50 petahash, so that means 20x from now, 2.5, so 2, 0, and an extra 10. Yeah, that's 20x from now. So if you would divide 50 petahash minus 2.7, of course, we are at 2.7 at this point. Or was it less? 2.6 minus 2.6, because this is the amount we already have. So that means that we still need 47 petahash to be able to get up to that point. So if you divided that by 8, so that means that they need to sell 5,900 pieces of those to get to 50 petahash. I don't see it happening. I don't see everybody having like 50,000 euros laying around to buy one of these big boys. But if you count every corner into it and everything into it, so I think the KS0 will be profitable for a long time. At least for the next 6 months, it will be nicely profitable. Of course, you have to know every month we decrease in block rate, and the value will go down every month a little bit by a little bit. So I hope you guys found this information valuable. I have to shout out again to Red Panda for showing me how this was done. He explained it very nicely in his movie, so I just halfly copied about it. I just did my own calculation now straight away, but he explained it very nicely. So I'll leave a link below of his channel, because I do believe that this guy can grow a little bit more. If you have a mining interesting point into it, he has a really nice channel of it. So thank you for that. I must say again, I don't want to copy anybody, so if I ever use information from somebody, I will always tell you guys so that you guys know. I'm too honest not to say this, guys. I can't keep that for myself, of course. If you want to buy one, this is the official website. You can just buy it straight off here. You can also buy them from me if you want to. I'm a reseller here in Belgium, and for the Netherlands I'm doing this. Half to Europe also I'm doing it. Outside of Europe I do not sell at this point, but you can let them run under my control, of course. That is also possible. That's your own choice, of course. Now I do want to help you. Let me ask you guys to help the channel out a bit, to leave a comment, put a thumbs up, or share my channel with other people that would be interested in information about Kaspa or information about blockchain, of course, itself. Be well, enjoy, be blessed, and we shall see you in the next one. Ciao!